Hey guys, Jalea Seals here with 212 Behavioral, and we're going to talk to you today about how to do screen time. So we're a little bit unique as a company, and we go a little bit counterculture, and we say that we don't disagree with screen time. We know as parents, sometimes you're going to have to use screen time as a tool, and there's a lot of research out there that says screen time actually changes the way the brain functions. And what we don't know whether that's a good or bad thing yet. So what we would say is that we need to know how to use screen time. It's really important. If it's going to be something that's in our life, if it's going to be something our children are around, we need to know how to do it. So here are some tips for how to do screen time. The first thing that I would say is make sure you're limiting your screen time. So there doesn't need to be a free-for-all on access to computers, TV, tablets, anything with a screen. And we say that because screen time, television, iPad, all that, it's not a restful time. It's an actual active time within their mind. But make sure you find a way to limit that screen time. It can be more on the weekend, but at an hour max during the week. That's our first tip. The second tip would be to be present. So this is a part that a lot of the research, when it says that screen time or television, it negatively affects our children, what they're talking about is using screens as a babysitter. And we don't want to do that. But I want you to be mindful of the fact that anything that you're co-watching with your child believes that you're endorsing that show. So there's actually studies that show when a child co-watches violent TV shows with their parent, they're more prone to be more aggressive because they believe their parent is endorsing that behavior because they're co-watching it. So there's a weight to your presence. You want to be present and know what our child is watching. We need to know what content is going through their head. We need to know what values they're being taught so that we can enter in with our third tip, which is ask questions. And this is so important. So I want you to think through questions and think through how your child might be seeing this world. For instance, there's a documentary a long time ago called Mickey Mouse Monopoly. And in it, they showed these young girls watching Beauty and the Beast. And you think Beauty and the Beast is a pretty innocent show. But if you look at it, in the first scene, the Beast kidnaps the father, is verbally abusive towards him, and then kicks him out. And Belle basically holds herself hostage to let her father go. And so you ask the young girl in the documentary, they say, what would you tell your friend if she was watching or dating someone who treated her like the Beast did in the beginning of the movie? And the little girl said, I would tell her to stick with him because he becomes a prince. And you better believe, if that is my daughter, we were having a conversation about that. So the thing that's negative isn't so much their first response. The thing that's negative is not probing to see how your child is processing the show that they're watching. So those are our three tips. Limit the screen time, be present during the screen time, because whatever you're co-watching, you're endorsing, and then ask good questions. So thank you guys very much for taking your time. Hope you feel better equipped on how to do screen time with your kids.